What's up, Tube? It's been a while since I've done a video, but first of all, let me give a shout out to 24 Hours of Peace. I think it's something relatively good that you guys are trying to do, and I hope that it turns out well. Also, let me give a shout out to Gutterville because he sparked the change for this vid. So I'll link it to his page. I haven't checked his page, if he does videos or anything goes to that nature, but since he sparked it, I am gonna give him that shout out. Now, his argument is that music plays a role in things also. He did acknowledge that economics are also crucial. Now, to me, economics is the meat and potatoes of the whole argument. You have to understand the details in which you've given me as far as the problems that plague the hood, as far as the mindsets and the violence, so forth and so on. That all stems from that one branch of economics. You have to ask yourself this, right? If there were better schools, better teachers, and things of that nature, and those are economics because you need the money to do those sorts of things, right? If there were things like that, then the generations of people who pass down the ignorance to the next generation may not be as strong when there are more outlets for a person to do something. So it's economics at the top. Everything else is just the problems that stem from it. Now, when you brought up music, understand what music actually does. Music is only giving me the feeling of what I feel myself. It's only giving me the perception of things that I already perceived in myself. So it's not as if a thug is looking at the music and saying, well, this guy should, shoot this guy and rob this person and hustle and, sell coke and so. These are feelings that these guys already have. Music is just the background music playing for them. That's all it is. It didn't change their mindset, nor did it give them the mindset to actually do those things. It's the economics that makes you feel that way. You see, these guys aren't living in poverty. They are a far, far, far cry from actual poverty. They're nowhere near third world poverty at all. Now, I admit they may be at the bottom of the food chain in this country, but it's modern day poverty at the end of the day. You see, modern day poverty, you have enough money to either buy into something stupid or to buy into the status quo of being a working individual. Be it hard or, be it you get thrown a bone. It happens. Success is relatively luck and hard work mixed into one. Some of us get thrown a bone, which is an opportunity for others who are viewing this and who may not know what I'm talking about. But some of us get thrown opportunities and we take advantage of it and we run straight through that door. Others have to work harder for those opportunities. That's just the give and take of success. I refuse to sit here and actually believe that, you know, the violent gang members and the violent drug dealers actually see a future in what they're doing. These aren't stupid people. You have to understand, for you to be out there hustling and trying to get money and willing to kill people, you know what you're doing. You're not retarded. So I'm not going to give you the excuse of, oh, well, music plays a part in what I'm doing because they're glorifying it. Listen, you know you live in a shitty place. You know there aren't that many opportunities out there for you to make something of yourself. So why make it shittier? Why make it harder? Why make it harder for everyone to move through the streets, to do what they got to do to better themselves? So there's no excuse for the behavior at all. You, how do I say this? If these people truly feel at the end of the day that music glorified something and it influenced me to go out and sell drugs, then by that definition, something is mentally wrong with you and you should not be walking the streets. You need professional help. You may even need some sort of medication and things of that nature. because you're not a functioning member of society in any form, way, or fashion. So, by your logic, these people still shouldn't even be walking the streets. We still shouldn't even be trying to get them into workplaces and things of that nature, because if music does that much to them, then something is gravely wrong with these people. Now, to get to the 24 hours of peace thing, I have no issue with it. I mean, if it can help that community bring some sort of stability to it, then that's great. But I view this as a whole, not just community to community, because we're all dealing with the same shit. We're all dealing with the same ideals at the end of the day. I find it atrocious that citizens who live in a ghetto cannot report crimes for fear of retaliation on them should the word get out. You see, it's hard to do the right thing when you have a country that, shuns you and looks at you as if you're lazy. You have to understand, black folks are amongst some of the most get money sort of people, for lack of a better term. They're by no means of the imaginations lazy as a whole. Every race has lazy folks within it. When you come from the bottom, you have to be a go getter. You have to get it. Now, true. Now, to mirror the 24 hours of peace thing, what is it really accomplishing at the end of the day? I mean, it's cool to get together and party and showcase talents and things of that nature, but what is it really doing for the community at the end of the day if you guys can get together on one day without violence and peace and things of that nature? That just means everyone came to have a good time. Did it change anyone's minds? Did it change the perception? We need boots on the ground. And what I mean by that is you need people at home and within these families cutting off ties to these drug dealers and gang organizations and so forth and so on. You have to kill that. You do. That's the only way. But as I keep saying, economics is at the very top of things. If you're not teaching hard work and you know what, situation's fucked up, but you got to work your way out of it, because further further feeding the beast and further making your already low income area more dangerous and survival minded. It doesn't help you as a drug dealer or a gang member, and it doesn't help anyone else. You're your own worst enemy at the end of the day, and that's the point that I'm trying to get across here. So no, music is not a factor at all, because all sorts of people listen to music. I grew up in the hood. I still live in the hood. I listen to that music. I listen to all sorts of music. It only speaks to things that I feel, but it's you as an individual at the end of the day that takes that action and makes it a reality. And that reality isn't based on what was glorified, unless you're mentally retarded. And in which case, these guys are not. They made sound, conscious decisions to take the easy way out, to get quick money, and to earn some form of respect because of the survivalist attitude that's here because of economics. You guys have to understand. You're sitting around waiting on some sort of black messiah to tell you how to live and what a black man is supposed to do. We had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X. They did their part. They've gotten us the opportunities. You can go to good schools. You can have a decent job, but you have to work for it the same way that everybody else is working for it. You understand? I mean, where you're born, where you're born at. You have no say so within that, but you have to work for it. So they get no excuse. Even that music excuse to me, I mean, it holds no water. It's too flawed. It makes absolutely no sense unless we're talking about mentally retarded people, in which case these people are not. I guess by some actions you can debate that, but as far as I can tell, they're fully functioning people with reasoning and logic skills. So comment, rate, subscribe. You guys may want to go and check out the links in the videos. Tell me what y'all think about it. It may generate some more traffic towards there. Um, like I always say, reach one and teach one.